Somebody please tell me how Dale Cooper knows the minute I'm going to make a video, particularly when it's a precariously placed camera situation. We need to move this, because why is that in the back of my video? Much better. Hello, people. It is Monday, July 24th, 2017. This is Elizabeth Finding Elizabeth. I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on April 16th, 2014. My highest weight was 402 pounds. My surgery weight was 360.6 pounds. My weight last week, I think, was 211.5. My weight this week is 213.5. So I'm up 2 pounds. I'm fine with that. It has been a week or two of a lot of celebrations and food that I wouldn't normally eat. And I tend to, if I'm drinking, go with with carb-free alcohol. I drank a lot of champagne this weekend. Celebrating my brother's wedding here in the U.S. And here comes Dale Cooper. And I did not take my diuretic for 2 days, and I have not pooped in all of the days. Sorry, TMI. But that weight will be off very shortly, and I'm back. I have nothing big socially planned just regular stuff in the near future. So keto, hardcore, probably no alcohol this week too, just to kind of get everything back on track. I'm sorry, this cat is so flipping distracting and is such a camera, likes the camera. If I'm doing a hangout, whatever I'm doing with the camera, the cat needs to be there. Anyway, so what was I talking about? So I'm up a little bit. I'm fine with it. That'll be gone in a couple of days. I'm working out, ketoing it, shooting. My goal right now is to be at my lowest weight post-op for the Obesity Help Conference, which I will be speaking at the end of October. And it's about a 15-pound weight loss in 3 months. I think that's doable. So yeah, that's what's going on from a weight loss perspective. I am working out with Brandon again, as you can see by my videos on Instagram. Jesus Christ, this cat is so frustrating. What was I saying? Oh yeah, working out with Brandon twice a week, and then I'm running also twice a week now he wants the camera to pet him. Dale Cooper, you are so all of the annoying. So doing that, so working out like 4 times a week, feeling really good about that, loving how my body looks. So my brother and his wife were here from Bogota for the last 2 weeks, and we did just like a casual barbecue reception for them at my stepfather's house this weekend. And they had the actual photo album from the wedding that was beautiful. If you did not see my brother's wedding, I am going to put a link to his video below. Not the whole wedding, but it is the most spectacular wedding video I've ever seen. So if anybody wants to watch it, I'm going to put it down there again because I love it. But here's the thing. I'm sure that I weighed less then than I do now. I am very sure, because it was at the tail end of the summer of hot mess, no rest, whatever. And I think I was probably right around 200 pounds or something when I was there. So I'm up from there. But looking at the pictures and looking at me now, it's just so interesting how our weight redistributes so much, even if we're the same weight or even a little bit up. I think I look much thinner now. I definitely look much happier and better, and I like my hair longer better. But anyway, so it was just interesting to look at those pictures versus looking at the pictures from the thing yesterday and seeing what a difference there was when I actually weighed less at his actual, how many times can I say actual innocence at his wedding? Okay, so this is going to be sort of like a Hallmark moment video thing, but I always try to think about what's the one thing that's been going around in my mind over the week so that I have something to talk about in these weight loss surgery videos. Because at this point, it's not that much about the food and the exercise. It's more about the mental stuff that's going on. So I was like, well, what? I haven't really been there. Been so much going on from a family and friend and life perspective. I mean, I cannot tell you guys how everything in my life right now is pulling together for some pretty amazing just opportunities, and I just feel, I don't know, I'm just feeling really happy right now, and it feels good. But so there's a lot going on in my life, from professionally, friends, family, everything. So I haven't been so like in my head about weight loss surgery stuff as I've been in my head about some other things that are going on. So I was like, well, what would I talk about? And then I realized what I wanted to talk about. So, SJ did a video on my WLS topic of the week where she talked about the imposter syndrome. And there's a couple different aspects of that. And I don't know that, because she made 2 videos, and I'm not sure if she talked about this or if we texted privately about it, but one of the things that people always said to me before weight loss was, this has never held you back. Being overweight has never held you back, and you had so many friends, and you did, all these things, and it's just very different, the perception people had from the outside of my life when I was overweight versus my perception of it. And yes, I had really amazing people in my life. I had really incredible career opportunities always. I mean, I have had some really amazing life experiences, particularly when you consider that when I was pursuing much of that, I was 300 to 400 pounds. But here's the thing I was thinking that was different between then and now. And then I was like, wow, that really does have something. And maybe it's going to sound a little cheesy, but I spent my whole life, until really I even think the last, maybe not even a year, but I mean, maybe 6 or 9 months or so, but I spent my whole life with this incredible feeling of emptiness and disconnection from others, disconnection from myself, my inability to feel like, number one, that I even knew who I was, and that I could be real with that, with people. And I don't even think it was as much about being real, because I just really didn't even know who I was. And so I've really, discovering that has been a process that's involved therapy and other things. But I mean, I think what's really happened in the last year is that I have just come to understand, accept, and really like who I am as a person, and not be afraid to put that out there. So when I was super morbidly obese, and I had this, from the like bottom of my psyche just felt so empty and alone, even if on the outside the perception was that I had an interesting life and friends and it was full. I mean, and so then I spent all my time searching for that feeling of fullness with food. And now I feel so full in my heart, and in all the really amazing, wonderful people I have. And some of these, even like my family, I noticed yesterday when I was saying goodbye to my brother, because I have 2 brothers. One lives in New York, one lives in Bogota. The one who lives in New York I see more frequently, but I don't see my brother in Bogota that often, maybe like once a year. And we had some really fun, amazing time. I'm going to get overclamped times hanging out this time. And part of the difference was that I felt like I could be real and honest with him about things. Not that I lied to him before, but I just kept everything at such a surface level. And I was crying when I left yesterday and was saying goodbye to him. And I realized I've never done that before, because I've never allowed myself to feel the fullness of the love and appreciation that I have for my family. So that was like totally new. And then I was thinking about it, and this is what really made me come around to this topic. So, and I'm talking about this because Patty and I have talked about it on The Naked Truth, and I think it was something that was a full circle moment for me yesterday. So yesterday was Gracie's birthday. We went out to lunch or to brunch at a winery in Temecula with Gracie and Patty and Joelle. Blushing Blonde and Gracie's daughter, Angelina. And a year ago, yesterday, SJ was here, and we went out to lunch for Gracie's birthday here. It was right after Gracie had moved here. And I remember that day because getting ready to go to lunch and feeling really awkward and uncomfortable because Patty and I were in a weird place then. And I knew that something was wrong with our relationship, but we hadn't addressed it yet. And that was the first time we were going to be seeing each other in a social venue. And I remember feeling really disconnected at that lunch and not sure how to act around her because I wasn't sure what was going on with us. And then yesterday we drove home together from Temecula and had just like the best, most fun time ever. And I feel like we really cemented our friendship by buying Slurpees together at 7-Eleven because BFFs always have Slurpees together, right? Even if they are sugar-free. But anyway, but it's just like our friendship, because we were able to confront what was wrong and have a true, real, authentic discussion on both of our parts about what was up. Our friendship is at such a deeper, more fun, honest, and open relationship ever. And I would say I am much more open in all my friendships, but I mean, I think really because Patty and I had that conflict, I feel like I can be, because we had that conflict and we dealt with it, I am open with her about every single, I cannot think of a thing in my life that I am not open and honest with her about. And that fills me with such joy. And that's sort of what I was thinking about when I was thinking about this emptiness versus fullness. It's now my full is not coming from food, and I don't have to search that out with food, but it's coming from all these amazing, incredible people and relationships in my life. And I just feel so blessed for all of it. The people I know in real life, the people on YouTube and Instagram who I connect with, who message me, who we, chat with or text with. I mean, you guys really fill me up, and it is so much more amazing to be filled up with people and love than it is with food. So that's my Hallmark moment. Quick shout out to Amy, gets a 360, watch Amy run on Instagram, had her plastic surgery on Friday. We FaceTime for a few minutes this morning. She is doing great. Which is awesome. It was great. As I said, it was Gracie's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, my little Noki. And it's Jennifer Bleacher's birthday today, so happy birthday, Jennifer. There's a lot going on in the community. I love seeing all the WLS topic videos. I'm going to come out with another one in just a little while. Love you guys. Have a great week, and I will talk to you soon.